What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if it's your first time here. It is still early this morning, and my eyes aren't in focus, and my brain isn't in focus, so try to bear with me as I get through this video. I was looking through some news feeds this morning and came upon this, and it's one of my bookmarks I look at every day. Is Global Research Center for Research on Globalization. Good site. Recommend you all bookmark this site and check it out often. But I came across this article this morning, published November the 15th, 2021 by S.M. Smith, Food as a Weapon, Starving Us into Submission. It's an important article, and it is definitely pertinent to what we're seeing going on right now. If you look at things through their eyes, you can see why they're using food, why they're using the economy, why they're using everything to bring everyone to their knees. Because if you're brought to your knees, if you're desperate, if you're broke, if you're starving, if you're homeless, you're more easier to control. That's another reason, that the globalist has openly stated that they want to reduce the world's population by 90%. Because, in their own words, it's easier to kill millions of people than it is to control millions of people. So they want to reduce the world's population by 90%. And we're seeing a lot of that happening now. A lot of people think that it's going to be all of a sudden. People think that, I've had people ask me, when do I think that the collapse is going to happen? When do I think HTF is going to happen? They want a definite timeline, like it's going to happen, March the 19th of next year. And it's not going to work out that way. It's happening right now. It's going to happen in stages. This is a controlled demolition, a controlled crash to bring the world under this globalist, technocratic system that these globalists envision. And they're well on their way to accomplishing it. I don't know how far they're going to get, and they may go all the way. I don't know, guys. It just depends on the people, and depends on how prepared the people are, how willing the people are to fight back, and to disobey, and to provide for themselves. And we all know, most people aren't preppers. Most people can't provide for themselves. Most people are completely dependent on the system. And when the system fails, they're going to be desperate. They're going to be looking for help. And the government, the globalist, through the government, will be glad to come in and help. As Ronald Reagan said, the scariest words that you can hear is, we're from the government and we're here to help. And that is definitely factual. Food is a weapon, starving us into submission. Control oil and you control nations. Control food and you control people. Henry Kissinger is, and has been, one of the main globalist characters for decades. He was also one of the people that Donald Trump said he looked up to. I know you mention anything about Donald Trump, anything negative, people go completely insane. It seems a lot of people do. But he was tied in with a lot of the globalists. He didn't make the decisions that they wanted him to make all the time. He was unpredictable. Like he tried to get out of the Paris Climate Agreement and things like that, and they didn't like that. He wasn't fully under their control. He was a loose cannon as far as their point of view. So they had to get rid of Donald Trump and get someone to put in there like Joe Biden, because Joe Biden is a puppet, and he will do exactly what he's told when he's told to do it without question. No surprises, no back talk, no decisions on his own. If he can actually make a decision on his own, would be surprising to me. However, the globalists put him in there because they know, unlike Donald Trump, he was completely controllable. And that's what they want, full and complete control. Food as an instrument of control and a weapon of war. Along with control of our movements, associations, and speech, we are now facing control of our food supply. In the long history of the annals of war, surprisingly, conquerors discovered the use of food as a weapon with which to subdue a captured population. Made weak from the lack of adequate nourishment or outright starving, a people can easily be manipulated. Desperation will bring them to heel. Famine will seal their fate. And it's true. If they can control the money, they can control nations. They can control the oil, they can control nations. They can control the food, they can control the people. They will starve you out. If you look at any POW camp. Take World War II, for example. They would starve the prisoners to keep the prisoners weak, to keep the prisoners subdued, to keep the prisoners malnourished, weak, and subdued, where they wouldn't be trying to escape, where they wouldn't be trying to fight back, where they would just accept whatever they had to accept just to stay alive. There's been stories of prisoners, POWs in World War II, eating dirt because the hunger pains were so great, and they were trying to stop those hunger pains. And I can imagine that it felt like their stomach, was eating itself from the inside out. And they would eat anything just to try to stop those hunger pains. And many that I've read about resorted to eating dirt, eating rats, eating whatever they could find to eat, to stay alive and to feel that, and to stop that pain in their stomach. And like I said, they control the food, they control the people. They can have bread lines set up and ration you and feed you, starve you down to make you weak and just barely enough to keep you alive, hopefully. Then they will be able to control you, to manipulate you. If they say you need this, you'll take this. If they say you need to do this, you will do this because you want to avoid starvation. You want to feel those hunger pains. That's why it's extremely important to prepare. It's not a guarantee. I can't say being prepared is a guarantee of staying free, of avoiding, the turmoil that's coming. It's here now. We're at the start, but it's going to get much, much worse. And prepping isn't a guarantee. Just because you're a prepper and well prepped doesn't mean you're going to make it. It doesn't mean that you're not going to suffer. What it means is that you have a much better chance of making it through and suffering less than someone who has it prepped. You also have more control over your own destiny. And your food storage will run out in time. And that's what they know. And they figure that enough time, they can starve you out, no matter how prepared you are or stockpiled you are. And that's why it's important, to become as self-reliant as you possibly can where you are. Learn how to grow your own food. Learn how to identify edible wild plants. Learn how to prepare your own foods. Learn how to forage. Everything you can do to increase your food independence is a huge plus, especially with what they are planning. And they're going to use this, zero carbon dioxide equals zero plants. But they're going to use this global warming, they're going to use this pandemic to disguise their own actions and to take the blame for what's going on. It's not us, it's this global warming, it's this climate change, it's this man-made climate change. It was this pandemic, it wasn't us. We are here to help. We are here to help you. We are here to feed you. The only thing you have to do is, listen, obey, and give up any form of freedom and sovereignty that you have. And we'll take care of you. We'll give you, the bare minimum to keep you alive for a little while longer. They will control the food, control the people. And this article is a great article. It goes down through here talking about, what they're planning on doing, how they're planning on doing it. And I'll link this article in the description box below and check it out. I'm not going to read this whole article to you all because you all can go read. You don't need to have me read something to you. I'll read bits and pieces of these articles, but then I will link the description box below so you can go read the articles yourself. If you want me to read out the full article, leave that in the comments below and I can start doing that. However, to me, it takes up a lot of time to read these articles. When you can go read it yourself, you can go back and read different parts that you want to reread to better understand that part. For example, you reading the article is better than me reading it to you, I think. However, some people might want to get read too. If you do, description box below or the comment forms below and let me know. Well, guys, here's the man himself, Klaus Schwab, the head man of the World Economic Forum, which is a big player in everything we're seeing going on right now. But like I said, great article, and here is notes and different resources to back what the article says up. Recommend you go read this article. If you enjoyed the video, if you found it entertaining, useful, what you think in the comments below and give it a big thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I'm the Creekmore out of here, and I'll see you all in the next video, hopefully.